All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 25 stream here on Twitch. I'm next JG Gen 24, and today we're going to continue on with Phil Lee's Road to the Show. If you missed yesterday's stream, you missed a wild one. Phil Lee and the Phillies were battling every single series, aside from, the Brewers won, they swept the Brewers, but that last game was definitely a hard one. I mean, at times it felt like the Phillies may have actually dropped the third game and would have to go to a game four, but they swept through the Brewers. The Dodgers game series that went 7 games and only ended after Philly got on second with a double and Kyle Schwarber hit a home run to walk it off for the Phillies. That's incredible. Sending them to the World Series with their backs up against the wall. Incredible. Couldn't have scripted it better, honestly. But they got to the World Series against the Houston Astros, and unfortunately, they just couldn't. They couldn't get ahead of the Astros. They tried. They did tie it up at 1. And they did force it back to Philadelphia, but at that point the Astros were ahead, and they were going to finish it off. So, unfortunately, heartbreak for Philadelphia in Philly. Houston took the series, and now we're in spring training where Philly has some new teammates. Tarek Skubal is a new teammate of his, so that's an immediate upgrade. Clearly the ace for the Phillies. You also have Carson Kelly, who is going to be behind the plate, so goodbye to Rafael Marchand. And Miguel Andujar, he's going to play left field because Kyle Schwarber ended up going to, if I can find him here he is, San Diego. So Kyle Schwarber is now in San Diego for the Padres, and replacing him in left field is Miguel Andujar. That's really the only major change for the Phillies. Just Skubal, Andujar, and Kelly. Those are the big changes, but still, some of them are pretty big. Skubal is a big one. Like, that's a surprise. Like, you thought this rotation was already stacked as it is. It just got even harder with Tarek Skubal. So, but I spoke with Phil Lee over the offseason, and while he does want to build up that chemistry with his new teammates, he feels that he's already at the top of his game, and he's not making a position change. That's evidenced by the fact that he's still in right field. Of course, we could only finish it, or we can only make a change if once Stephanie calls. But we're not going to make that change. Phil Lee determined that he's going to remain in right field. He's still going to be a right fielder, and so he's going to stay there. He's going to corner outfield with Miguel Andujar and Brandon Marsh in center. So he just feels like that spring training is not worth it to him, and that he's ready for the regular season to get underway. So we're going to sim past the spring training for 2027, and we'll just get right into the regular season. Here's Stephanie. She's calling. She wants to know, how are things so far? Nope. Nope. He's good. Okay. So we'll speak to her again at the All-Star game. Oh, and Phil Lee also tried to get a long-term contract from the Phillies, but the Phillies were not having it, so he's still at a 1-year, $780,000 contract, even though he's MVP. So he's hoping that at the end of this season, with with him entering arbitration. Or no, actually, he's not entering arbitration. That would be the next season or the next off season, assuming we get that far. Because I really don't know how long I'm going to be doing or how long I'm going to be playing this series. This is I think I'll just keep doing this until MLB The Show 26 comes out, and then we're going to get into Diamond Dynasty from there. So, but we're ready to go ahead and start the season. So let's do it. It looks like that it's going to be a road trip out on the West Coast to open up the 2027 season, and it's going to start against the Colorado Rockies. So it's going to be Skubal versus Trevor Rogers for the Rockies to kick off opening day, and then after the 4-game series between the Rockies and Phillies, they're going to head out to Arizona for a 3-game series against the D-backs, and then come back for a 6-game home opener against the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins. But Phil Lee is ready. He's jacked. He wants to repeat as MVP. He wants to repeat as Silver Slugger, batting title, and all that. He feels like he's good enough to do it. So let's see how good enough he is. Let's see. Any changes for maybe their first baseman, Yandy Diaz? Although I thought he was better rated than that. No, Hunter Goodman was already on the team. Well, let's just see how things go. They're still going to bat. That amazes me that they're still going to bat Miguel Andujar in front of Phil Lee. I really don't understand that, but okay. And Marcy is going to be DH. Okay. Oh, Tyler Freeman. He's going to be the starting center fielder for the Phillies. Not Brendan Marsh, although maybe that's more of a lefty pitcher kind of choice. You know, Freeman is more right-handed, so might suit him better. Excuse me. Yes, beautiful opening day. I'll tell you what, I'm surprised that I've gotten through 2 seasons of Road to the Show. I've never really gotten this far in Road to the Show before. But that just shows the level of commitment I have for this series. And to put on a great Road to the Show series. Or as best as I can, of course. Yeah, the only offensive category that Phil Lee did not lead in was stolen bases. That goes to Bryce's thought. Okay, yeah. Great. Can we hurry this up? Because this is really taking a lot more time than it should. Yep, so Trevor Rogers, he gets the start for the Rockies. They must have signed him away from the Baltimore Orioles. Let's see. They gave him 1 year, $11.7 million. Wow. Only 1 career home run against Colorado for Phil Lee. I think he has to change that. All right, Phil Lee might be a little eager right now. Eager to prove that he's still an MVP winner.
Ball one.
What's that about? Oh, Bryce Harper, close to 400 career home runs. And 2,000 career hits as well. Wow, so those would be some special milestones to witness from Bryce Harper. Don't forget, Phil Lee has his own milestone watch. He's about 7 home runs away from home run career number 100 for him. Hold on, I'm just going to wipe my glasses a little bit. I better do it quickly, because Rogers is set. That's right. That's right, Lee. Just keep battling.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
So when Duhar is going to get a head start at first base, so if Lee can find a gap, you know. Oh, no. Not a gap, but he will get a base hit. So the first base hit for Phil Lee of 2027. Don't forget, last year he broke the record for the most hits in a single season. So will he follow that up this year? It's going to be harder. It's on a higher difficulty than it was for part of last year. Harper with a deep fly to right field. Right fielder's going after it. It's gone! Bryce Harper with his first home run of the season. What was he at? He was at, I don't remember which one he is at, but that's cool to see. Oh, I think I said he needed 17 home runs, so that puts him at 384. Well, I'll be glad to witness Bryce Harper go for career milestones. A great job there by Bryce Harper to blast that one right field and put the Phillies up 3-0. Lee's going to take this one out to right field, but I don't think it's getting out. Nope. That's just going to be a fly ball to right field that's going to get caught. Oh, well. I would also like to note that Lee's hit in the first inning extended his hitting streak to 20 games. So, 20-game hit streak for Phil Lee. Ooh, 3-2. Okay, Colorado putting up a bit of a fight. Ooh, and okay, that one was within the PCI. So why is that weak contact?
The first baseman.
I want to see who this guy is. Never seen him before. He was a rookie in 2025 with the Rockies. Last year didn't have such a great year. Well, he improved on the previous season, so 2026 was actually an improvement for him. Oh, Phil Lee tried to get it there, but he couldn't. Gonna have to go for 3. The relay man gets it in, throws it over the third, and Burnable, trying to extend it a double into a triple, is thrown out easily by a country mile. I mean, there was no shot for him, honestly. All right, Phil Lee back on. Top of the 8th now, still 3-2. Now it's Vodnik in.
Ball. Counts 1-0.
Philly can find the gap and drive in the runner. I mean, it would be good, but it's not. Instead, he's just going to fly out to center. Not sure if it was on the warning track or not, but he gave it a ride. Here we go. Now the Phillies are looking for the save here. Jeremiah Estrada is in. 2 outs here. That's a fly to center field. And I forget who the center fielder is. Oh, Freeman. Tyler Freeman catches it, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies win on opening day 3-2. Rockies make it close, but Phillies hold on. They take the opening game and start out their campaign back to the World Series 1-0. Or start it out 1-0. Philly, besides the one hit, didn't really have that great of a game against Colorado. But he did extend a hit streak, and that is important. So we're actually going to start in the bottom of the first here. As Christopher Sanchez is on the bump for the Phillies. He's going to field a base hit from Hunter Goodman. Nothing that Philly could have done there. It's Brady Singer that's on the mound for the Rockies. So I think the Rockies really focus on trying to improve their pitching, which is really funny when you think about it, because pitching is really a tough thing to do in Colorado because the ball just sails. So you really have to be a ground ball pitcher in order to succeed. Well, no, you don't necessarily have to be that, but I mean, you can't let the ball get in the air, because if it does that, it's just going to carry and carry and carry until it's gone. And then a deep fly out to right field up against the wall. Lee catches it, leaping to catch it, and that's the first out of the bottom of the third. Still nothing going for the Phillies as Lee gets his second at-bat here in the 5th inning. Lee's going to ground one to short, who's going to make a nice diving stop and throw out Lee for the first out of the top of the 5th. Phillies do tack on one, so Phillies already out to a lead. Can they hold it, though? That's the question, and I think that just got answered really quickly, because there goes a home run by Ezekiel Tovar. His first home run of the season, and now the game is tied at 1. I think that one took another weird path. Like it curved so Philly could see it go. That's just my opinion, but Phillies do go back out in front. It's now 2-1, and Philly can add on with a base hit here. That's a drive out to left field, but right at the left fielder. Stott's going to move up to second or to third. So it is a productive out, but unfortunately still no hit. It's a very slow start for Phil Lee here in Colorado, as now we jump ahead to the top of the 7th for Lee's 4th at-bat. The Phillies have opened up the lead to 6-1. Phil Lee once again popping out. This one to the first baseman. He's under it, and that retires the side. So the Phillies getting out to a lead, 6-1. Now it's 6-2. Lee has one more chance. He's being given one more chance to be able to extend that hit streak. And that's going to be a foul ball. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom or top of the ninth, I should say. That ball's going to curve foul. Poor Lee. Thought he had that one, but it just couldn't stay fair. And he's going to strike out on that one. And that will likely be the end of Lee's hit streak. I'm not sure what he's arguing with the umpire over that. He offered at a pitch that was well out of the zone. And it looks like the Rockies may not be done yet. Bretton Doyle's coming up to bat with 2 runners on, so a home run here to tie the game at 6. It's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, over to the shortstop at second, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies take game 2 of this 4-game series, 6-3. Christopher Sanchez with the win. Jeremiah Estrada with yet another save. But Phil Lee off to a very slow start, only 1 for 9. His hit streak comes to an end at 20 games. Bit of a slow start for Philly. For Phil Lee, I should say. What up, CJJ? How are you? And it looks like he may have an opportunity to bounce back here. Yeah. Runner in scoring position at second in the top of the first. He's like, I might have this here. We'll have to go up against Aaron Savali. And he's going to ground out to the shortstop. So Lee's struggles continue. I'm doing all right. Just playing some Road to the Show here. Kind of buying some time until MLB The Show 26 comes out. You know, taking a look at the road at the career for Phil Lee. Coming off a MVP type season. I'm always excited about a new MLB The Show game. I'm always excited. But we gotta wait a little while.
3 balls, 1 strike.
I know, Bubbles, and I'm sorry about that, but we had a very bad winter storm that basically covered the northeastern U.S., and I could not get out of New York City by bus. I had to have my dad come and pick me up. But I could not get out of New York City, and I didn't even get home until like 10 to 15 minutes before 6. So I went live at 7. Phil Lee making another jumping catch at the wall. I mean, it's cold. It's cold. It's not snowing, thank goodness, but it's cold.
Now batting, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
I'll let you, if you want to go back to the stream, it's up on my Twitch channel here. It's also up on YouTube. You can
Ball, that's just out.
you can rewatch it and you can see what happened. I'd be spoiling it for you. Phil Lee's struggles continue here. He must not like Arizona or Colorado. A lot of people tend to hit. Okay. But the Phillies, once again, getting out to a 6-0 lead. So the Phillies are winning, but Phil Lee is not pulling his weight here. Maybe that decision to skip spring training altogether really put him behind the 8 ball. They have one more chance here. Bases loaded. It's a 7-0 score. That's going to get into the gap and get past the Brenton Doyle in center field. That's going to clear the bases, and Lee is thinking 3. And he's going to get it, too. So a bases clearing triple for the Phillies puts them out further in front, 10-0. And Phil Lee, maybe he's hoping that's the hit that's going to finally break him out of this slump that he's in to start the season. Brennan Marsh is going to ground out, but it will drive in. It will drive in Lee. So now it's 11-0, and Phillies. We're just going to sim because there's nothing that the Rockies can do to come back. So Phillies win the opening series against the Rockies, and Game 4 they're looking to go for the sweep. They get it, or will it be their first loss of the season? This is interesting. We're already into an at-bat with Lee. Pardon me. And it's already 1-0 Phillies going up against Kyle Freeland.
1-0.
And Lee looks like he's going to ground into a double play, and he does. So not good there. He needs to do more than just... He's got to hit it beyond the infield. If he doesn't do that, there's no way he's going to get base hits. Brenton Doyle's going to have a double to open up the game. And the Rockies get out to a 3-1 lead. So I think that's their first time taking a lead in this series against the Phillies. Phil Lee's just going to ground out to the third baseman, so still struggles for Phil Lee. Although he could, a home run here, and he could tie the game and maybe even break this slump. Nope, not a home run, but it is a base hit to center field, so that's going to drive in the run. Now make it 4-3 Rockies. I don't know why I'm tired or why I'm yawning. I should not be doing it.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And Bohm is just going to ground out to the first baseman. Now retire the side. So Rockies hang on to their 4-3 lead. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Let's see what's in store for Lee. It's going to be a base hit to him in right field. He's just going to get the ball into second. So Brenton Doyle's going to have a base hit. here in the bottom of the seventh, and it looks like that paid off because the Rockies now have a 5-3 lead against the Phillies. As Philly comes up to bat here in the top of the eighth.
One and one.
Don't know what Lee is swinging at there.
That's a ball.
And he's going to have his first multi-hit game of the season. Another base hit, this time out to left field. Now he's on here in the top of the eighth. So Phil Lee being told to steal here. The pitcher's going to force him back.
Inside ball. Runner. Ball.
That may have been a good jump, but
Easy.
oh, it was a good enough jump to get Phil Lee the stolen base. So his first stolen base of the year puts him in scoring position. Can Bohm drive him in? What's up, gamer? How are ya? Up, doesn't matter. Bohm's just going to ground out. You know, great effort there to get on, or to try to get on base, but, or not get on base, but yeah, or try to get the hit, but didn't come through. And Marcy's just going to ground out to the first baseman there, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies take their first L of the season. They do win the series against the Rockies 3-1. So that's good. At least they're off to a good start. But Phil Lee, man, I bet he's happy to leave Denver because he went 4 for 18 in that series. Not good. Not a good start to the season at all. Just chilling, franchise, year 2044. Wow. You are really far into it, man. I've never... Sorry. I've never gone beyond, like, 2... or the third... I've never gone into the fourth year of a franchise. Oh, Jesus Luzardo. Wow, he's on the D-backs. So a little reunion here. Phil Lee going up against Luzardo. So the A's are still in Sacramento. That is incredible. Yeah, weak ground ball there. Luzardo knows Lee, so he knows which pitches Lee hits well and which ones he doesn't. Nice catch there by Lee to get the second out in the bottom of the second. Yeah. Well, at least they recently won a World Series. I mean, the A's haven't won a World Series since, I think, the 90s. Or no, the 80s, excuse me. Lee with a drive out to right center field. That's going to get down into the gap, up against the wall. And Lee's going to ride into second with a double. So that's Lee's first double of the season, coming in the 5th game of the year against the D-backs. Let's just see if anyone can help get Lee in. Yeah, so Harper's at 384, so see what he can do. He's on 400 career milestone watch, or 400 career home runs milestone watch. Although he didn't hit a home run there, he just grounded out to second base. Here's the newest addition for the Phillies, or one of the newer additions for the Phillies, Carson Kelly. Don't know yet. Don't know yet. Haven't really put down a pre-order. Kelly's not going to be able to drive in Lee either. That's disappointing. Harper's going to knock that one down, and he'll get the out at first. The runner moves up to second. I mean, great effort there by Harper, because that would have gone into the outfield if he didn't stop it.
Counts 1-0.
We need it on the 13th. I'll let you guys know.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
I mean, I can. It's not that I can't afford it. That's not the issue. Lee with a fly ball to right field. That's going to get caught. Of course it is. Nice throw over to third, and gonna get him out. Seriously, why bother running on Lee? Ooh. And the D-backs have a 3-1 lead over the Phillies here in the top of the 9th. Justin Martinez pitching for the D-backs. As Lee is going to ground out to the third baseman there.
He's out.
So Lee can't do anything either. He only ends up with the 1 hit. We'll see what Bryce Harper could do, but I'm not too hopeful on him. He's going to hit one to right field. Right at the fence, and it's gone! So Bryce Harper, what was that I said about not having a lot of hope on him? He just took Justin Martinez deep for his 2nd home run of the season. Now makes it 3-2 Philadelphia. And he's at home run career number 385. So Lee Harper approaching 400. Now what can Carson Kelly do? He's going to strike out. And that's the ball game. So Philadelphia loses the game, the opening game, to the D-backs 3-2. Phil Lee just did not have a good game. 1 for 4 with a double. I certainly hope that him skipping spring training is not going to come back to bite him. Who's that, Corbin Burns? Yep, Corbin Burns. Lee with a drive out to right field, but right at the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. And that's going to retire the side. And the D-backs take a 1-0 lead over the Phillies. And once again, Lee is going to fly out to right field. Wow. Lee's just struggling. And they've got Tarek Skubal on the mound for them. Nice catch there by Lee. Now retire. That'll end the inning. So after 5, it's still 1-0 D-backs.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Lee does have a chance here with the runner on first, Bryson Stott. He's going to drive one past the shortstop into left field for a base hit. So Stott's in scoring position now. Lee with yet another hit. This one was actually had a very fast exit velocity, over 113 miles per hour. Ground ball right back to Corbin Burns. He throws it on the first, and the side is retired. So nothing doing there. They got into scoring position, but can't do anything. It's going to be out to right field. Lee cuts it off, throws it over to second. So a base hit for Heriberto Hernandez. Got a runner on with two outs, but the Phillies take the lead 2-1. Runner in scoring position with Phil Lee up to bat. Daniel Palencia on the mound for the D-backs as he drives this one out to right field. That one is heading towards the wall, and Carroll's going to catch it. It's going to move the runner up to third. I'm not saying a productive out, so let's see. Can the Phillies shut the door on the D-backs here? That's a fly ball out to right center. Marcia's got it, or to center, and Marcia's got it to, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies take game 2. The series is tied at 1. Helsley with the loss. Wow, Skubal really went away if he was able to get the win. I want to see the game here. It looks like the top of the 8th is where the Phillies finally got going. So let's see here. Here we go. So Turner walked, and then Stott walked. So that put runners on second and first. And then Andujar doubled to drive in both Turner and Stott. Oh, so it was not Stott that was on second. That was Andujar. Wow, didn't even know that. All right, well. I don't even think Lee has a home run yet. Let's see. He does not. Wow. So he's entering the 7th game of the season, and he's got no home runs. Not a good start to the MVP campaign for Phil Lee.
He's out.
Instead, he's just going to ground into a double play there to end the inning. So great job. Great job, Lee.
For the Diamondbacks, the designated hitter, Hernandez.
You're so done shoveling, so, yep. I don't want to jinx us, but I feel like that's the last big snowstorm we're going to get. Usually in March, we don't see massive snowstorms.
Ball
So,
inside.
we're supposed to get more snow tomorrow, but it's not going to be as bad as what we got for the nor'easter.
Aye.
I don't blame you. I'm done with it, too.
Ball, that's just out.
Nice base hit there by Lee. And that's going to be a ground ball. Naylor mishandles it, so he's only going to have to play at first. Wow, but that could have been a double play for the D-backs. Naylor had better handled it. Right? Is it Naylor? Yeah, Josh Naylor. So they restored your power then.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Okay, well, that's good.
Now batting, third base.
Yeah, no.
Peralta.
I think that was a spammer. So I banned him. I don't do Discord. I haven't done Discord since 2020. And even then, I didn't even really use it. I think the most I used it was during a game of Among Us. I was playing with a bunch of friends. That was the only time. Or that was really the most amount of time I spent in Discord. But otherwise, oops. Lee with a drive out to right field. But Corbin Carroll's going to track it down again. Of course he is. Top ninth here. Bill Lee's got to do something because, well, he does something and Phillies could win here. Do something other than fly out to Corbin Carroll and right. Oh, okay. Yeah, Phillies can do that. 5-1 in the bottom of the 10th here. He's gonna catch him out, throw him out, double play. Taking out Marte. Now we're into the final out here. Sure, we'll enter it. Ground out to the shortstop, over to first, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies, despite dropping the opening game, they take the series 2-1 against the D-backs. Unfortunately, Lee did not have a great game. I think he was 3 for 12 in the series. Yeah, 3 for 12. So despite Lee's struggles, the Phillies are still winning. But he's got to kick it up a notch here. Nothing. So just a bunch of quick sell there. Lee's going to be able to get some training in, so that's good to see. Well, it sounds like it came in very handy for this nor'easter. Hold on, I'll read those messages in a second. Ooh, missed that one. All right. O'Day got lucky and it ran the heat also. Nice. I literally just watched the Mets game before I came on here. It was like end of the top of the second. Mike Talkman and Ronnie Mauricio had back-to-back home runs in the first inning. That put them up 5-0. Or no, 4-0, and then I forget how they... Oh, that's right. Sac fly. Sac fly by... Who was it? Bo Bichette? Drobin Semyon? Yeah, that's it. So it was 5-1 when I stopped watching. Because I had to come on stream and stream.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Well, it's spring training. Spring training. Plus, I don't think they're going to have Schwarber for parts of it, because I think he's playing on Team USA for the World Baseball Classic. But I mean, Soto's not going to be on the Mets. As Lee finally has a home run, ring the bell for Phil Lee, his first home run of the season. So that's what it was. Phil Lee just wanted to come home to Philadelphia and hit a home run here. I didn't really check the score. I think it was 0-0 when Lee came up to bat. Let's see. Oh no, it was 2-0. Lee just added on with the solo shot, so now it extends it to 3-0. I'll let you. Why don't you check out the stream from last night, and you'll see how Phil Lee and the Phillies did. It's quite a. It definitely it's an exciting one. I'll put it that way. Yes, yeah. I literally posted it like a couple minutes before I came on stream. Phil Lee's going to gun that runner. No doubt about it. Why would you even run on Phil Lee as we head into the middle of the seventh inning stretch time? All right. Sounds good.
Nope, outside.
Aguero. Oh, excuse me. He's going to drive that one out to right field. Going to head towards the corner, up against the wall. Lee's going for two, and he's going to slide in there safely. So Lee with a double to kick off the 8th inning. And he has yet another multi-hit game after only getting... That's his second one on the season. Only getting the last one, I think, in the last game against Colorado. As Marsh is going to land on first with a infield single. Very nice there. Carson Kelly making his home debut, or Philadelphia debut, or Philly's debut at home. Let's see what he could do. He's got a runner in scoring position. Big contract signing here by Carson Kelly. And he's just going to pop out to third base. It's going to be an infield fly rule, so Kelly's out.
Next for the Phillies, the third baseman.
Alec Bohm seems comfortable at Citizens Bank Park. Let's see what he could do. 2 for 2 on the day.
That's ball 4.
He's going to walk. Load the bases up for Bryce Harper. Once again, Harper's on home run stat watch. That's 385. Home run here would put him at 386. Nope, he's just going to ground. He's just going to ground out, but it will drive in a run. So Harper beats out the double play, gets a run in. It's now 5-1. I think we're just going to sim it here because there's nothing Tyro Estrada can do that would impact the game. So Phillies take the home opener against the Washington Nationals 5-1. Phil Lee with a multi-hit game. Good for him. Maybe he just needed to get back to Philadelphia. Maybe he's still thinking about that. Well, no, now I'm going to spoil it. For those that haven't watched, maybe he's thinking about those playoffs. And what he could have done differently. So track that one down for the first out of the game. Lee's going to drive this one out to right center field. I don't think anyone's going to catch it. Ring the bell for Phil Lee. His second home run on the year. And that puts the Phillies out front 1-0. I would also like to note that Phil Lee has his own home run watch going as well. He's closing in on home run career number 100. Oops, they're not going to let me show it. Okay, so next time Phil Lee is up to bat, I will show it. But he is closing in on 100 home runs in his career, so worth keeping an eye on that.
Relay.
He's going to throw this one to third, and the runner is safe. Still doesn't end up as anything, so Phil Lee. Well, he has 2 home runs, so yeah, 95. So he's 5 away from career home run career number 100.
Get down, Paul. Get down.
That's going to be going to the wall for double. So Lee's going to drive in another run. Yep. Sorry. Astros were just too good. Didn't help that Lee couldn't make much of a difference. He did not do well that postseason or that series. I thought that was going to get to the outfield. That's why I was sending Lee. But good thing I realized that it wasn't, that the second baseman got it. But hey, it's another chance. This year is another chance for the Phillies.
One and one.
And that's just going to be a fly out to center field to end the inning. But the Phillies do add another run thanks to Phil Lee's double. So now it's 2-0 over the Nationals.
The right fielder, number 3, Dylan Cruz.
Dylan Cruz giving this one a ride. And Lee is going to take an extra base hit away from Cruz. Oh, they're going to replay the home run. Yep. Okay. Very nice.
Ball. Counts 1-0.
27 career RBIs against the Nationals.
That's a ball.
Wow, they said he held up. I'm surprised at that. I would have thought they would have said that he went around.
Hey!
Okay. This week is actually the
Countful.
it's the franchise premiere. Yesterday they released the storylines for the Negro Leagues. So they did that yesterday, and now this week it should be the franchise premiere.
He's out.
And Phil Lee's going to ground into yet another double play. So, Nationals get out of it. But it's still 2-0.
Ball.
Okay. I'll take it, but that shouldn't have been a ball. That should have been a strike.
2-0.
That was definitely a ball. And that's a base hit out to left field. That's going to drive in 2 runs. So Phil Lee has been responsible for all 4 runs in this game. He had the home run, the RBI double, and now he's got a 2 RBI single. Let's see what Harper can do. It's a drive out to center field. The center fielder's under it. I'd be shocked if the runner goes. Now the runners are going to get a head start here for Carson Kelly. Ooh. That's a shot out to right field, but the right fielder over the shoulder grab, side retired. Not before the Phillies strike for 2 more runs. It's now 4-0. And it looks like we're going to have a fielding opportunity here with Lee before the game is over. Lee's going to grab it. I feel like that was a shoelace catch. But he gets it. And they're down to their final out. I don't see how the Nationals are going to make an impact. So, yep, Phillies win. They take the second game 4-0. They have the series win against the Nationals. Now they're going for the sweep. A nice game for Phil Lee, going 3 for 4. See how they do in this game. Lee couldn't decide where to throw. The Nationals get on the board. It's 1-0. I mean, Lee could change that with a base hit here. He drives that one out to right field. That's going to get off the wall. So the run scores. Lee's going to be into second. And we are tied at 1. Now, if Lee could have done this a few more times in Arizona or Colorado, I mean, he'd be off to a better start. He must have road jitters or something like that. Can hit well on the road, prefers to be at home. Zal will retire the side, the ground out to the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. Woo! I thought for sure that was getting past Lee. Seemed like he took a bad approach to the ball, but he sure he did all right. Who is this? Mackenzie Gore? No, Mitchell Parker. Oh, ha! They're like, you own this pitcher. Don't let him forget it. Okay, that's a new one. The Phillies are out to a 4-1 lead over the Nationals. A weak contact because, of course, he's going to be underneath it. Nationals make it 4-2, and the potential for more. He's going to go home with it. Can he get the runner? He will! So Lee throws him out at home from right field, prevents the run from scoring, but it's all tied up at 5 now. He drives this one out to left center. Left fielder's under it, and he's got it. Phillies take the lead back 6-5. Dylan Cruz up to the plate. He's gonna shoot this one into right field. Lee's on his horse. He's gonna have to dive to get it. Can he get it? He got it! Wow, he got it. Looked like he wasn't gonna get it, but he got it. So great diving catch there by Lee.
Now back, right fielder, Phil Lee.
Oof. What is Lee chasing there? He's going to get that one over to the shortstop. He knocks it down. Lee's going to be safe on first. So another multi-hit game for Phil Lee. Definitely a bounce back game or a bounce back series for Phil Lee. After the rough start on the road.
Ball one. Runner.
Oof.
Hey.
He's going to get caught. Yeah. Gotta read the pitcher better. It's going to shoot over the first baseman's head, out into right field for a base hit. He's going to throw it over to second, make sure Ruiz doesn't try to stretch it into a double. But the Phillies tack on 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Now the Nationals down to their final out. We're going to sim, and that's the ball game. The Phillies hold on. Oh, whoa. What happened there? 8-5. Or is that what? Yeah, that's what they were at. My bad. I didn't look at the score. I knew they tacked on 2. I didn't bother to do the math in my head. I realized that, hey, Phillies are leading 8-5. So Nationals can't do anything in the top of the 9th, and the Phillies sweep them. Lee goes 7 for 12 in that series, a much-needed bounce-back series. Show people, hey, he's still got an MVP caliber player in him. Now he's going to make some improvements. See what he can do. I think he's going to go for contact. He's also going to bump up fielding as well. Little off day here, a chance for Phil Lee to get some training in, get some more tokens. Gonna need it after he spent all that trying to upgrade himself. Ooh, nice. A 2-for-1 there. Another 2-for-1. All right, so Phil Lee ends up with the gold. Now he's going to take on the Marlins. Scooble's on the mound for the Phillies. They have Luis Arias Nick Senzel, I saw there. Those are a couple new names.
Batting second, the left fielder, Dane Myers.
Well, actually, I think Luis Arias was already previously on the Marlins in his career, so he just went back to them, I guess. We'll have to look at his. We'll have to look at it when we get into the
Ball, that's just out.
MLB sets, if he ever comes up again. I don't know if he will or won't. Jacob Berry goes hitless in MLB debut. Oof. Poor Rook. Meanwhile, Lee gonna try to get that past the shortstop, but shortstop dives for it, catches it, throws it over to first, and Lee is retired. So Dan Myers once again. And he's going to get another base hit. He's going to try and stretch this into a double. What is he thinking? I don't understand that.
Phillies, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Go foul, go foul, go foul, go foul. Darn it! So Lee
Now batting.
can't get another at bat, but at least the Phillies took a 2-0 lead over the Marlins.
That's outside. Aish. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He was way underneath it, so far underneath it that he missed it.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Lee drives that one out to the bullpens, no doubt about it. Ring the bell for Phil Lee, his 3rd home run on the season. And that's going to extend the Phillies lead to 3-0. Right into the Phillies bullpen. Now he's going to have to rob the hit here, and he will. He'll leap at the wall to make the catch. So no hit for you, Luis Arias. He's going to come up to bat with a runner on second and first. Potential to extend the Phillies lead to 4-0. If he can get a base hit. That is, of course. Oh, forget about the base hit. He's just going to drive this one out to center field. No doubt about that one. That one's out of here. Ring the bell for Phil Lee. A 3-run homer. His 4th on the year. Yes, sir. That was back-to-back for him. He's like, can we face the Marlins more often? And now it's 6-0 Philadelphia. Almost in the same places, too. He hit one to the bullpen, and then he hit one over the batter's side in center field. 460 feet. Wow. I don't think the Marlins are going to do anything to impact this game. Skubal's actually going for a complete game shutout. So let's see if that's going to happen. And it will. So Tarek Skubal already off to a great start with the Phillies. 3-0. A complete game shutout. Phil Lee with 2 home runs in the game. And the Phillies take the opening series, or the opening game against the Marlins, 6-0. There's the Phil Lee that we know and love.
Leading off tonight for Miami, the designated hitter, Esteury Ruiz.
Ooh, Christopher Sanchez is not getting off to a great start. He's going to give up a leadoff home run to Esteury Ruiz. And that's going to put the Marlins up 1-0. So not a great start for Christopher Sanchez. A no-doubter that had to be. And look at this curve. Look at this. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Ooh, and the Marlins get off to a fast start, 3-0. Holy moly. Phil Lee needs to tap into that power again. Yep, there we go. Lee on at 97 home runs, so he's only 3 away from 100 in his career. And Phil Lee is going to stretch out to make contact. I don't know why. Got fooled once again by the slider outside, and well, Marlins continue to be up 3-0.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strikes. Aye. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball that's outside. I got 3 and 2.
Nice. Work the full count. He's going to make Perez work for this.
3.
It was a long at bat, but a strikeout. Oh, Dalton Varsho, now on the Marlins. Nice catch by Lee there. Reaching his glove down, be able to get it. Yuri Perez is still out there. I think Perez knows that Lee struggles with pitches that are outside. He chases them.
One ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2. 2-2 the count.
Ooh. Lee, what are you doing? Oh, big chance here for Phil Lee. Game tied, bottom of the 8th. He's just going to go for the hit. Oh, but of course not. Of course they're not going to give Lee a chance. They'd rather go up against Brandon Marsh. Of course. All right. See what Marsh can do. He's going to strike out. Of course he is. And the Marlins take the lead back. It's up 4-3. Well, lots of pitchers did it to Lee last year, and they found out the hard way. Or he had 70 home runs last year. Lee with a drive out to right field. Stay fair. And this ball game's over. Phil Lee, 3-run homer to win it for the Phillies. Ring that bell. Phil Lee with his first walk-off of the year. Go ahead and celebrate, Lee. Oh, they're not jumping up and down. They're just surrounding him going, yeah, yeah, yeah. This guy right here. But Lee, opposite field to right field. He did not miss it. I mean, it was questionable. It looked like it may have been, it could have gone foul, but it stayed fair long enough for Lee to win it. Wow. So the Phillies take the second game, 6-4 off of Lee's home run. Now they'll be looking to sweep the Marlins. And Lee was able to, that was his only hit in the game. He's had 3 home runs. All his hits in this series have been home runs. So he's finding his power swing. We're going to ignore the hit streak that just came up, but Edward Cabrera is on the mound for the Marlins. They're already up 1-0 over the Phillies. Let's see. Where is Lee in terms of home runs here? He's at 5. So I think he's at 98. Yeah, 98. 98 home runs. So 2 more and he's got 100. He's going to drive that one to center field. It'll land for a base hit. A slider right down the middle. Lee's going to get the Phillies on the board. It's tied at 1. Again, ignoring the hit streak graphic there. Ignoring it, because every time I focus on it, then it becomes... then Lee goes hitless.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Marsh out to right field, but right at the right fielder for the final out of the first inning. So Phillies do tie it up at 1 thanks to Phil Lee's base hit. He's going to have to save the day again here, but this time he's going to be fielding it. He's going to make the diving catch. and rob Dylan Moore of a base hit. Now it's 4-1 Marlins. Jeez. Lee with a drive out to center field, but the center fielder is going to be under it. And that'll be the first out of the bottom of the fourth. And Phillies did tack on a run, but they're still down 4-2. He's going to get this one out to right center field. That one's got some distance. It's going to be off the wall. So Lee slides into second for a double. He puts himself in scoring position for the next batter. So Lee doing a good job here. You know, doesn't have the home run power swing that he had in the first two games, but he is getting on base. March is just going to ground out to the second baseman. Lee's going to move up to third. So now it's going to require a base hit to drive in Lee. Can Carson Kelly do it? He's off to a slow start with the Phillies, average below 200, and he's going to get robbed of a base hit there. The right fielder, Griffin Conine, or no, that's Joey Wiemer. I thought that was Griffin Conine. They must have traded Conine, but Joey Wiemer with the diving catch to prevent a run from scoring, and now the Marlins are up 5-2. Lee's going to make that nice catch for the second out here in the top of the ninth. It looks like he's going to get an at-bat. He's going to lead off this series, so or lead off this this inning. I mean, he wants to go for the home run, but there's a little bug in his ear or something telling him that he needs to focus on getting on base. So that's what he's going to do. He's just going to focus on getting on base. If he hits a home run, great. But if he doesn't, at least he gets on base. And there we go, a base hit up the middle. So he successfully completes that challenge. Now let's see if the rest of the team can rally behind him. Right at the second baseman for the first out. Thank you, Brandon Marsh. Carson Kelly's going to ground out to short. Lee is out at first, or at second, and Kelly's out at first, and that's the ball game. So the Marlins avoid the sweep here. They take the final game 5-2. Zach Wheeler did not have a good game. He gets credited with the loss. But Phil Lee going 3 for 4 with a double and an RBI. So he did his job. He did his job. Let's see. Does Lee want to get in a few upgrades before this series against Boston? You could get 2 upgrades to power. That'll be it. Let's see if that comes in handy here in against Boston. Only new face I see is Lennon Sosa. from the White
Batting
Sox.
third, the right fielder.
He's going up against Cutter Crawford, a young, exciting pitching prospect for the Red Sox. Lee with a drive out to left field, but the left fielder's underneath it, and that will retire the side. So Philadelphia
Right fielder.
couldn't do anything in the first inning. They did do something, I believe, in either the third or fourth, or the second or third inning. Let's see the game log. Yeah, second inning. Let's see. Harper got a base hit, and Duhar walked, so Harper up to second. Marsh popped out. Bone walked, so bases were loaded for Hae-Sung Kim, who homered. So that's where it is. Hae-Sung Kim with the home run, the grand slam. Wow. Okay, Kim. Got some pop, too.
0-1.
Lee was just protecting there.
The first baseman, number 3.
So Lee with a strikeout. The Phillies still hold a 4-0 lead against the Red Sox here in the bottom of the third. Oh, don't tell me. You're going to make this same mistake. Unbelievable. Easy assist for Phil Lee. That was an easy assist.
Philadelphia, the right fielder. Phil Lee.
Giovanni Moran.
Ball, that's in.
And it's just a ground out to the third baseman. So, Lee's struggling here. Wonder if there really is a difference between him on the road and him at home. Uh-oh. That's not going to be good. That's going to be an easy triple there for Jaron Duran. Easy triple. Lee now faces a scenario where he may not get a hit and his hit streak may come to an end.
Two balls, no strikes. Ball, inside. Foul.
If he had let that go, that would have been ball 4. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. I don't know who was on second or who was on first, but they're now on third. And Lee moves up to moves up to second, so we got runners in scoring position here for Bryce Harper. Oh, it was Trey Turner. Ah, Trey Turner, of course. So let's see what Harper can do. Harper drives this one out to right center field. Right fielder's under it. He's going to go home with it. Turner is going to be gunned down. So a catch him out, throw him out, double play. And the side is retired. Right fielder was not joking around there. That might have been Willier Abreu. Yeah, Willier Abreu. Uh-oh. That's not good. All Lee can do is just try to get it in. Think he's going to be safe. He is. So Boston ties it up at 4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Abreu with an RBI double. But the Phillies take the lead back at 6-4, heading into the bottom of the 9th. 2 outs here. Alex Bregman up to bat. Slide that one over to right field. Lee's behind it to be able to grab it, but Bregman is on base now, so a home run ties it. That's quite a powerful man up there at bat right now, Tristan Cassis. He hits it high. He hits it deep. It's going to be over the wall for a home run. I told you. Tristan Cassis is a powerful, powerful man. And he just tied this game thanks to the Green Monster. And Boston fans go crazy. Apo Taco. I thought it might be gone. Oh, I figured it was at least off the wall. But I didn't think it would actually get out. But it did. So now Phil Lee has to get that run in, and he gives this one a ride out to the Green Monster. That's going to be off the wall. So Phil Lee with an RBI double puts the Phillies back out front 7-6, and puts himself in position to be driven in for another run, an insurance run, if you will. You buy the house, you got to buy the insurance, as Harper is going to walk there. So Harper's on base, which means Johan Rojas is up. If anything, he should definitely bunt. Rojas should definitely bunt here. I know it's a 2-strike count, but like, he has the speed to be able to beat it out. Oh, never mind. He's just going to drive that one out to right field, and that's going to score Lee. So Lee scores, so the Phillies are out, extend their lead to 2 runs, and still no outs. So the Phillies could tack on here, but they don't. So now it's up to the Phillies to close it out here with a 2-run deficit. Lee catch this? He does, and that's the ball game. So Lee catches the final out there, and the Phillies take the first game of the series 8-6. Wow. An extra innings thriller.
Batting third, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Nothing in the top of the first. I thought the runner was going. I thought Turner was going. That's why I held up. Just gonna foul that one off. Or I'm sorry, that's not why I held up, why Lee held up.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Lee with a drive out to center field, but right at the center fielder, and he's going to catch it for the second out. Hard hit, just right at someone. Ooh, Christian Campbell. Uh-oh. This one's hit pretty deep, and it's going to get off the wall. Probably lucky that that was off the wall.
He's safe.
Campbell is safe at second, so... Now, can Lee come through here?
All 1.
Generous. Generous strike or call there by the ump.
One ball, 1 strike. That's a ball.
Another foul ball there, so 2-2. Come on, Lee. Probably a good thing we fouled that one off. That's going to get past the shortstop into left field. That's going to score at least 1 and 2. So Phil Lee puts the Phillies out front 2-1 with a base hit. Also extends his hit streak to 13 games. Carson Kelly is just going to ground out to first here. Side retired, but not before the Phillies take the lead 2-1 off of Lee's base hit to left field for that drove in 2 runs.
Now batting at third baseman, Alex Bregman. Leading off for Philadelphia, the right fielder.
Still 2-1 here in the top of the 5th.
Ball.
Connor Wong, I want to say, is at second. Let's see. Trevor Story. Okay, so Trevor Story knocked it down, and Lee was able to get to hustle it out for an infield base hit. Oh, he should have gone there. Oh, well. Ellie with a drive out to left field. If the left fielder is under it, he's going to catch it. Darn Duran. Such high hopes for that hit, but Kelly couldn't make it happen. Maybe Miguel Andujar can. Got a pretty high average for for this point in the season. And he's tied for third on the team for hits.
No, ball.
And he's going to walk, so that'll put Lee up to second. Now Alec Boehm, who's had also a good start to the season, a 294 average. But he's going to fly that one out to Duran, for the second out. So now it's on Harper. No. Lee wanted to go home, but Duran just got there too quickly that it was better for Lee to hold up at third. And that's a base hit. That's going to drive in 2 runs. So the Phillies extend their lead to 4-1. Bryson Stott with a nice little blooper out in left field. Driving in 2 runs on it.
Runner. Nope, that's a ball. He's safe.
Takes the ball, and the runner ends up at second. So Tyler Freeman with the stolen base, his first on the season. Really surprised by that. Lee wanted that one, but he was too far out front of it.
Ball.
Lee with a drive out to right field. That's going to go over the wall for a ground rule double and an RBI. So Lee drives in a run, and he gets it, and the Phillies' lead is now 5-1. Short right field wall. It's bound to happen. Ellie with a hits it up to Trevor Story, up the middle. Trevor Story's there. He throws it on the first, and that's the second out of the inning. Kelly's, I don't know what it is. I don't know why he's struggling. This is not good. I mean, it would have made more sense if this is the kind of offense that Kelly's putting up. I hate to say it, but it would have been better off just putting Marchand, or just keeping Marchand. Uh-oh. This one's driven deep to right field. Lee's at the wall, and he robs the home run. Takes the home run away from Marcelo Mayer. Prevents this from being a 5-2 game. Wow, what a play by Lee. He's going to fly this one out to right field. Brayu's there. He's got it, and the side is retired. So, unfortunately, no hit there for Lee. Phillies find themselves in a tough spot here. Maybe there's a double play here that can end the game. We'll have to wait and see. Over to third base. To second for one, over to first, and that's the ball game. So a double play to end the game. Phillies win it 6-2. They've got the series against the Red Sox. Now they're going for the sweep. So the Phillies not showing any rust. They want to get back to the World Series. They're winning. They're winning. I think after that, it's a 3-game series against the Yankees. Might even be 4. I'm not 100% sure, but Tanner Houck on the mound for the Red Sox.
That's outside.
Lee still looking for a home run here.
That's ball 2. 2-0. Yeah. 2-1.
And Lee's just going to ground out to the third baseman here, and the side is retired. So Lee couldn't do anything there.
The third baseman.
He'll try to make sure this doesn't get out of hand. Not sure he's going to get the runner here. Nope. He's safe. So Scooble in a bit of trouble here. I'm assuming that's Tyler Freeman on second. Yeah. Because if it were anyone else, Lee would have more of a boost to his power. Fly out to center, so Lee's still hitless. Couldn't drive in the run there. Oh, but the Phillies take the lead. 4-1. Holy cow. We got to find out what happened. Let's see. Bucks. Oh, nope. Game log. That's what I was looking for. Top of the 4th. So, Stott struck out. Freeman doubled. Carson Kelly walked. And Duhar homered. So it was a 3-run homer by Andujar. And then in the 5th inning here, Kim doubled to left, and then Lee hit a base hit to center to drive in Kim.
Nope. Ball 1. 1-0.
That was a hard take. That was a hard take for Lee. Impressive that he even got it, especially since he did that. He goes after a cutter that's high and way out of the zone.
That's out. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, some news here from the Jets general manager, Darren Moogie. He says that if Hall doesn't sign long-term with the Jets, they're going to tag him. So Breece Hall will be part of the Jets for next season, which I think they wanted that. We'll see how next season turns out as Carlos Narvaez ends up with a base hit there. He's on the Red Sox now. 7-3 now. Philadelphia lead over Boston. Lee with a drive out to center field, but the center fielder's underneath it on the warning track. That's the second out. Lee still no hits here. He getting worried. He's going to track that one down in center field, right center field, be more precise. And it looks like here that the Red Sox, hey, a home run ties it. It's a grand slam. So we're going to play this one. We're going to play this fielding situation with Lee.
2-2-2.
Lee's hit streak will come to an end. What won't come to an end is the Phillies win streak. They continue to win. They sweep the Red Sox 7-3. Phil Lee ends the game, or ends the series 5 for 14. Not great, but I mean, it's not like he had terrible games. It's just this last one was a bit rough. But that's okay. That's okay. Well, actually, the win streak just extends to 3. I forgot that Miami won the last game. So, but they're 13-3, and in their last 10, they only have one loss. So they're 9-1 right now in their last 10 games heading into New York. But this is a tougher Yankees team. You know, Caminero is on this team, and I saw Candelario was there as well. But they are without Garrett Cole, so that's one thing that Lee's not going to have to worry about. And Lee drives this one out to right center field. No doubt about that one. That's into the bullpen, and that's a home run. So Phil Lee with his 6th home run on the year. Career number 99 for Phil Lee. And he puts the Phillies up 1-0 over the Yankees. Oh boy. I just have to laugh at myself because I tried putting on a shoe there, or my shoe, and I realized I was putting my left shoe on my right foot. And it's like, yeah, of course it's not going to feel right or fit because it's the wrong foot. Oh, wow. 12-1. Yankees. Oh, my gosh. That is brutal. I mean, he's still going to try just because the Phillies pitching absolutely pooped the bed on this one. I would use a different word, but you guys know what that other word is. Doesn't mean that Lee should give up on trying. You know, still get base hits, still get extra base hits, and, you know, try to make this at least salvageable. But man, oh man, is that not good. And Harper looking at strike 3 is not helpful. Brennan Marsh grounding out to the third baseman, Caminero. That's not helpful either. Actually, I didn't see. No Jazz Chisholm Jr. I didn't even look to see where he went. Well, it's not going to matter. It's going to be the final out anyway, so. Oh, well. Philly gets a double, but no one could drive him in.
leads.
18-1 now? What the heck is going on? Oh my gosh. Well, Phil Lee is thinking home run here. He wants number 100.
That's out the corner. 2-1.
He is not going to hit the home run. In fact, he's not even going to drive in a run. He's just going to ground out to Volpe.
The right fielder, Phil
Phillies had 2 runs, but it's probably too little too late here. Lee is going to drive that one out to right field. It's going to hop over the right field wall for an ground rule double.
Baseman, right. Harper.
Take your base.
Harper's going to take a walk there, so the bases are loaded. No outs. Brennan Marsh. He's going to drive that one out to right field. That's going to drive in 1, possibly 2. Yes! So Brandon Marsh with a base hit to right field. 2 runs scored. It's now 18-5. Now it's 18-7. Philly showing some life here late, but like I said, too little too late. I don't know how Phil Lee was early on that. Wow. Okay. And Lee, he's got it! Number 100! So Phil Lee drives this one to center field. It's not going to make much of a difference in the game, but for Phil Lee, that's a milestone celebration right there. That is career home run number 100 for him. Big cause for celebration there for Phil Lee. What a milestone. It's a shame that they didn't put that graphic up. 100 home runs, but can't do anything about it. We'll just go ahead and sim to the end because there's really not much of a difference here. And yeah, Yankees put a beat down on the Phillies, 18-8. That was that was rough. 7 earned runs by Christopher Sanchez there. 7. It's not good. All right, it's a new game. A new chance for the Phillies to try and take a game against the Yankees here. They're going to have to go up against Luis Heel to do it. It is raining, so they got to deal with that.
3 balls, no strikes.
That could have been ball 4, but that's a protective swing, so I'll let it go. That I can't let go. So Lee fouls out to the first baseman, and the side is retired.
Batting first, the right fielder, Aaron.
Oh boy, Aaron Judge. And Judge takes a hit away from, or I'm sorry, Lee takes a hit away from Judge, and that'll end the first inning. So nobody gets on the board here. But when we come up, or when Lee comes back up to bat in the third inning, he's got a runner on third, or second, sorry.
Oh and 1. Ball.
Lee with a drive out to right field. Judge is going to get it, so side retired there. Missed opportunity there by Lee to drive in a run, possibly even get the Phillies on the board. Oh, no, yeah, he would have definitely gotten Phillies on the board. And the Phillies, wow, they taking some revenge here, getting out to a 6-0 lead over the Yankees here in the top of the fourth, and still no outs. And Lee's going to drive this one to right field, no doubt about it. That's going to hit off the foul pole and be a home run, a 3-run homer for Phil Lee, his 8th on the year. And the Phillies extend their lead to 9-0. Wow. Career home run number 101.
Now batting, right fielder, Phil Lee.
No ball. 1 strike.
Lee with, if this stays fair, it could be another home run. No, it went foul. Ah, poor Lee. He had it there. He had it, but it couldn't stay fair.
Strike.
Ooh, and he strikes out on that pitch. Ugh. Still has not learned. I mean, lucky for him, it's a 9-0 game, so.
Ball. He's out.
He grounds out to the shortstop, so. I don't think there's going to be much of a difference here, so let's just sim. And the Phillies should take game 2, which they do, 9-0. So now rubber match, or rubber game tomorrow, or in the next, for the third game. Can the Phillies continue their winning ways? Oh, is this Max Fried?
Phil Lee.
No, that's not Max Fried. Who is this? Will Warren? It's a little early to be thinking about Cy Young, isn't it? I mean, we're not even halfway through April yet. And Phil Lee's just gonna fly this one out to right field for the second out of the inning. And the Yankees take a 4-1 lead against the Phillies. If Philly can hit a home run here, you know, that would tie the game back up.
1-0.
going to call that a strike?
Oh! 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball, low.
Well, Lee's going to be patient. He's going to make Warren really work for it. Lee drives this one out to right field. That's going to get off the wall. So Lee's going to drive in 1, possibly 2 here. He does get 2. So a 2 RBI double for Phil Lee. And the Yankees lead has been cut down to 1 run. Carson Kelly, well, he's been doing better lately. Got that average above 200, so above the Mendoza line. And Carson Kelly's going to strike out. So just as I say, he's doing better. What happens? Strikes out. Well, Miguel Andujar's just going to ground out to Caminero. So, despite Lee being in scoring position, no one can drive him in. So, still 4-3 lead for the Yankees. Well, Judge is going to stay right at second. Probably smart. He must know about Lee. Lee with a drive out to right field. Judge is underneath it, but that should be enough to drive in Turner. And it is. So Lee with the sac fly cuts the lead back down to 1, and it's tied at 5 when Lee comes up to bat in the top of the 7th. Jalen Beeks, wasn't he on the Phillies? No. Okay, must have been someone else then. Okay. Should have just let that one go.
That's the ball.
Lee with another drive out to right field. The Judge is underneath this. This is in front of the warning track. So the side is retired. He's got it easily. See, 6-5 Philadelphia. Steven Matz on the mound. Let's try advancing the runner. Runners, I should say.
Safe, he's in.
And that's a base hit. So an RBI base hit for Phil Lee. And this puts the Phillies lead at 7-5 now. Kelly's just going to ground into a double play, and the side is retired. So at least the Phillies took the lead before that happened. Now can they hold it? Guess we'll have to wait and see.
1-1-1-1.
That's a grounder to Harper. He steps on the bag, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies, despite dropping the first game of the series, they take the final two to win the series against the Yankees. Phil Lee with a 2-for-4 day, a double and a single, 4 RBIs. He had 3 home runs in this series, including the all-important 100th career home run, despite it being in the game that didn't really matter. Oh well. It is what it is. Looks like he's got another package, so let's see what he gets out of this. A lot of the same junk. So gonna upgrade reaction. Definitely upgrade arm strength and arm accuracy. Let's see, does he have enough for speed? He does. So now Phil Lee is a 93 overall. Wow. Can I finish it? No, I don't think I can. Come on, I need more baseballs. There we go. Yes. Thank you, finally. Ooh, a 2-for-1 there. Uh-oh. Ooh, Phil Lee getting the gold. Clutch. Absolute clutch. They're going to go up against the Detroit Tigers. So at some point here, the Tarek Skubal may go up against his former team. Nothing like a hard day's work, right? Oh, let's see. I see Jesse Winker is there now. Other than that, maybe this Fry guy is new, but other than that, everything is pretty much the same. The Tigers. And yes, the Phillies are wearing their City Connect uniforms. That's going to get past the diving first baseman for a base hit. So Lee on the base paths for a base hit keeps this inning alive. But he is keeping it alive for Carson Kelly, who's not been hitting well. In fact, his average is at the Mendoza line. Although he's going to take a walk there, so takes the walk. All right. Enjoy work.
Three
You're
balls,
almost
two
through with
strikes.
it. Think of it this way. This week it marks 4 weeks. So you're after this week you're going to be four weeks away from possibly getting off the overnights. Nice base hit there by Miguel Andujar to drive in Lee from second. I know Lee got off to a poor start there, or a poor jump, but at least he still scored the run.
That's
Now it's 2-0.
Off the plate, ball one.
I guess we'll see. He fouls that one off to the left side. That's unfortunate. Just out front of it. He's got to wait back a bit. If he
Two
waits
balls,
back,
two strikes.
maybe he'll get better hits off of it. And he swings at a pitch that's way inside. Don't know what he's swinging at, but he'll go down on strikes. Now it's 3-0 here in the top of the fourth inning.
Three. Relay three.
Poor fool. You literally didn't have to do that. You could have just stopped at second. The Yankees know. They knew. They never... Well, they did try it a couple times against Lee, but for the most part, they knew not to test Lee's arm. So I don't understand why other teams are not learning. New pitcher here, cut Montero.
Ball.
Heater
Ball one, no
Montero,
strikes.
I believe is how you say his name. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Aye.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be a strike. Literally right on the black. He drives that one out to right center field. But the center fielder is going to get underneath it right on the warning track, and that's going to retire the side. So Lee, nothing doing there. The Tigers get back into it. It's 3-2. But Lee needs to come through here. It's some base hit. Get Kim home. That might do it right there. And that will. So Kim scores, and Lee is going to move up to second on a base hit. So that puts the Phillies back out, or it extends their lead to 4-2. Ellie had a home run? Wow. Ugh. He's going to ground out there, so
He's out.
I'll retire the side. At least the Phillies scored one. But the Tigers take the lead 5-4. Man, a rough inning for the Phillies. At some point. Phil Lee's going to catch this one in foul territory to retire the side. So it's 5-4 Tigers in the middle of the eighth. No runners on base. Lee's going to lead off the top of the ninth.
Ball one.
Ball. Wow. He's going to drive that one out to right field. The right fielder's underneath it, and he catches it for the first out of the ninth inning. Can Harper end this? Or no, it's not Harper, it's Brandon Marsh. So can Marsh end this? Or, well, he may one way or the other. Fly ball, center fielder under it, and he's got it. So, and that's the ball game. So the Tigers take game one of the series against the Phillies 5-4. Don't know what happened there, but the loss goes to Sir Anthony Dominguez. Oh well, move on to the next game.
Batting first, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Counts 1-0.
Once again, Lee flying out to right field. What is up with Lee flying out to right field so much? He should be, if anything, he should be flying out to left field if he's pulling them. But it doesn't seem like he's pulling them. He's just being late on them.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball 1.
Generous.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Generous pitch there. Foul out to the first baseman, of course.
Nope, outside.
What is Lee doing? Why?
Oh.
Up next to the Tigers, the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
At least the Phillies got another run, so. And good thing, too, because that's gone. Oh, it seems like that the Mets ended up losing the game against the Astros. I'm talking real life. Because I see here that they... Yeah. Astros look like they came back. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
1-1.
I mean, people getting all upset about losses in spring training. It's like,
That's a ball.
come on, people. First of all, this isn't even lineups at full strength. I mean, they only had Soto in there for what? One at bat, two? Semien and Bichette definitely got longer outings, but they weren't in there forever.
The count's full.
Ah, darn it.
He's out.
He can't drive in the run. It's not going to be productive in the field. That's going to be a problem. Or not at the field, but at the plate. And he rubs an extra base hit, which is so key. So key for the Phillies right there. That might have saved the game for the Phillies. As they find themselves in yet another position to potentially allow this game to be tied. But instead, it's going to be a ground out to the second baseman, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies take game 2 here, 3-2. Philly unfortunately ended up with no hits in that game, so not good. Only one more game. Who wins it? The Tigers or the Phillies? Maybe Philly should have just gone to third himself. Didn't come back to bite him because it's still scoreless, but still. He drives that one out to center field, but the center fielder's underneath it for the out. So second out of the bottom of the first. Phillies take the lead, 1-0. He grab that? He can. Nice catch there by Lee as the Phillies extend their lead 3-0. Top of that one, out of the zone, and it's a ground ball right to the shortstop. He drives that one out to left field, but the left fielder's going to be under that one too. Oh my gosh. Oh, what does Lee need to do to get a base hit in this series? Baez is going to be smart. He's not going to try and stretch that into a double. Tim Mesa.
Get down.
Lee with a drive out to left center field, and that's going to land him for a base hit. The center fielder's going to get to it, but Lee's just going to hold up at first for the single. Well, at least Lee has a base hit.
Two to count.
Kelly throws that into right field. Or while the third baseman throws it into right field, trying to turn the double play, Fry. But Lee was already sliding in, so there was no point in him advancing. Excuse me. Great awareness by Lee to see that that was going to be caught. So first out there. Marsh, can you do something? He's going to bunt. That's going to put Lee over to second, or first, or third. Excuse me. Jeez. And Carson Kelly over to second. So now can Alec Boehm drive in both runners?
Ball 2.
They got a pitch that's low.
That's ball 3.
It's a really low pitch. I think Boehm may take a walk here. And he will. So that's going to load the bases for Bryce Harper. Let's see how he's doing in the season. He's got 3 home runs, so he should be at 386, I want to say. Nope. Still at... No, yeah, 386, and he's been 0 for 3 today, so no home run here. Unless he hits one right here, right now.
Fall in.
Nope, he's just going to line out to the second baseman, so the side will be retired. And now the Phillies are looking to close it out for the save and get the series 2-1. It's going to be a fly out to right field. Lee's under it, and that's the ball game. So the Philadelphia Phillies, with their series win against the Tigers, taking the last 2 games, much like the Yankees. Lose the first game, but pick up the last 2. Hey, as long as they're winning, that's what matters, right? I don't know if I have time for another game. That's the only thing. Well, let's check out the standings. So it's a pretty close race here between the Phillies, the Mets, and the Marlins, which is kind of surprising. But Phillies have a 3-game lead over the Mets. It's one more game over the Marlins. For the Central, still pretty close here. No team is out of it. Only separated by 4 games between the 5 teams. And for the West, pretty close-knit here. D-backs out front with the Dodgers behind them, the Rockies, and the Padres. 3.5. Giants are off to a really, really rough start for the season. We're not looking at that right now. For the American League East, the Red Sox are leading it, but only a half game over the Yankees and Blue Jays. They got 3 games over the Orioles. The Rays are 6 games back. I know it's still early, but it's worth taking a look. For the American League Central, excuse me, the Guardians are leading over the Royals by 4 games, 5.5 over the White Sox. Twins are 6, and Tigers are 6.5 back. For the American League West, you have the Astros leading it, followed by the Rangers at 1.5, the Angels at 3, the Mariners at 3.5, and the Athletics at 9. It's quite a difference there, I'll say. Well, let's check out the MVP voting. I know it's early. Phil Lee is is number one right now, but not far behind him, Randy Arozarena with 9 home runs. You got Drake Baldwin with the higher batting average at 388, so Phil Lee better watch out. Oh, I never checked to see. So Yainer Diaz won the World Series MVP, and Phil Lee won MVP for the National League postseason, or won the National League postseason MVP, while Yordan Alvarez did that for the Astros. I was just curious about that. For Cy Young, you've got Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal, not far behind him, and Brandon Pfaadt. For the batting title, you've got Drake Baldwin, Phil Lee, and Francisco Alvarez. For reliever of the year, Edwin Diaz, Jeremiah Estrada, and Adrian Morejon. For rookie of the year, you got Alex Freeland, Bryce Eldridge, and Moises Ballesteros. For the Hank Aaron Award, you've got Randy Arozarena, Phil Lee, Jackson Churio. For Gold Glove at pitcher, you got Chris Sale, Hunter Green, and Paul Skeens. At catcher, there's Drake Baldwin, Francisco Alvarez, and Carson Kelly. At first, you've got Matt Olson, Andrew Vaughn, and Tyler Soderstrom. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with me, but all of a sudden I feel pretty tired. Like, it almost felt like right there I was about to doze off. That is so strange for me. Second base, Haesung Kim, followed by Tyro Estrada and Ketel Marte. At third base, Austin Riley, Jose Tena, and Matt Shaw. Shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, Dansby Swanson, J.J. Weatherholt. For left field, Jake Fraley, Dane Myers, and Joey Loper-Fido. At center field, you've got Michael Harris, Dalton Varsho, and Jacob Young. At right field, you got Joey Weimer, Phil Lee, and Dylan Cruz. For Silver Slugger at DH, you got Randy Arozarena, followed by Shohei Ohtani and Bryson Stott. For catcher, there's William Contreras, Francisco Alvarez, and Keibert Ruiz. First base, Michael Busch, Tyler Soderstrom, and Josh Naylor. For second base, Jake Cronenworth, Ketel Marte, Tommy Edman. Third base, Austin Riley, Matt Shaw, and Yohan Moncada. For shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz, Dansby Swanson, and Trey Turner. For outfield, Phil Lee, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Jackson Churio, followed by Teoscar Hernandez and Cody Bellinger. So those are your award updates as they happen. Let's check out All-Star voting. Does Phil Lee... Yeah, Phil Lee's got a comfortable lead so far. That's good to see. All right, guys. I know it's early, but I'm not playing another game, so that's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if it was only for a moment, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTVNextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's on the left side of your screen there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. So this was a good start for the Phillies, obviously, because they're 17-5. They haven't lost the series yet. They've either won it or swept it. So that's good to see. Hopefully the Phillies can continue the momentum as they make their way through April. I'm sorry. I lost my trail of thought there. Yeah, but they haven't lost the series, and hopefully they'll continue that against the Milwaukee Brewers. So I hope to see you all tomorrow, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night.